Welcome to Realtor Therapy with Steph and Kel.
We're your hosts, Stephanie Campbell and Kelly Dugan, top producing agents with the Gold Group at Properties Christie's International.
With over $200 million in sales, we've seen it all. The wins, the losses, and the downright insane moments that come with being a realtor.
This podcast is your no BS, unfiltered look into the world of real estate.
Whether you're an agent needing a therapy session or looking to level up your game, we've got real stories, real problems, and real talk.
And hey, if you're a client, stick around. You might just pick up a few trade secrets.
Let's get into it. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey, we're back.
We're back. We're
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're still celebrating Kelly's newfound success.
You know what? You're honored tonight as well.
I'm honored as well, but I'm there as like old dog celebrating the new dog.
When the first year that I was in the business, Stephanie actually was getting her Timeless Award for the first time, like I am tonight. And I just remember feeling like it was so far away.
I remember looking at this. I actually remember attending the smaller award ceremonies and going like, I can't imagine ever getting my Rolex or watch or whatever.
I know.
And here we are. We're going to hop on real quick because we don't have a ton of time. And what I wanted to say and what I want to call this episode is not...
This is a dangerous topic with wine.
It's a dangerous topic, but we're going to cover it anyway. This is very important, and I want all business owners to be listening. This is for anybody that owns a business.
Here's the headliner.
Not all business is good business, okay?
Totally.
Not all business is good business. Like, let it sink in. Say it to yourself out loud.
Some business is not worth your mental sanity.
Yes, and if you close one door, another window will open. Right? I think it's important as a business owner to know a couple things. And I don't know this, so I'm preaching to myself as well. But what your hourly rate is. I hear this time and time again.
How do you even calculate that with us, with our jobs?
We could know how much we make a year and divide it by the amount of hours we work.
Divided by 24 hours.
Yes, exactly. I mean, take out that sleeping time.
Right. No.
We work literally sun up to sun.
I've always wondered. I wonder if we'd get paid more if we did hourly.
1,000% because we work 24/7. But not everybody has weirdo jobs like us.
Yeah, true. Okay.
But the point is that I recently got rid of a client, and it was the most liberating experience of my life. I loved it. I felt so light in the loafers after.
Did you formally fire them?
I didn't have to, thankfully. I did just tell them that I think they should. I mean, maybe that to me being passive aggressive is probably aggressive because I'm so blunt. So maybe they did take it as a firing, but I just told them that I think that they should look for another realtor. So I guess that's pretty freaking direct. I don't know.
I want to hear what Reddit has to say. Stephanie looked on Reddit about my real estate agent fired me.
Okay. Also, I don't think people realize that your realtor can fire you.
Well, they don't expect you to because obviously we don't get paid until the deal closes. So it's it really is like ripping on your heartstrings when you spend so much time with a client and you invest so much of your time, emotional energy, your physical energy, showings, and then you just get to a point where you're like, I cannot do this anymore.
Well, and I will say how many years I've been a realtor for 10 years and I have only really done this once now, I think. So, I mean, I've made it through a lot, but I mean, I also have probably just stepped back from crazies before.
I think you get to a certain point in your career because in the beginning, I wouldn't turn down anything. Mm-hmm. You know, I wouldn't, I literally, you're hungry. And honestly, my thought process, which is still my thought process, is that every client is a learning experience and there is something to take away. But I'm just going to say that I've learned from my experience with crazy clients. And now I am thankfully in a position to where I could say no. Yeah. I could be a little bit more picky and choosy. Am I? not really, but
I can't wait. I'm probably gonna be working when I'm like 80 years old, and I hope then I like totally have no filter and I just tell people like screw off if I want.
I feel like mine will be like, I think it'll be when I have kids. I feel like when I have kids, I'm going to be very picky and choosy with who I want my clients to be.
I will. Yeah. 100%.
Although I do feel like, and this is something that is not mean in a bad way or anything, I think it's just like a difference of our little age group. I feel like you are like, I set more boundaries than you. Like I'll like turn my phone off at 8 p.m. You won't. You'll take a call no matter where you are. I'll see a call, and if it's not that important and I'm in the middle of something, I'll get back to it. That's me and you have a little difference in that.
I think you're right. And I think
it's a generational thing.
Is it a millennial thing?
I think it's a millennial thing because I still have that. I feel like millennials are really hardworking, like nose to the ground, like we were raised, and just the way we were raised. But I feel like that. I don't know. I just feel like
you're not a millennial. What are you?
I am a millennial, but I'm just I'm like at the cusp in that way. Because I always see TikToks that like, oh, how millennials work, how like boomers work, how like Gen Z people work. And I'm kind of a little bit like, I'm more towards millennial, but I definitely am in the Gen Z category of like, yeah, that doesn't have to happen right now.
I literally will. And this 8 o'clock thing, she's not kidding. Like, I message her.
Who needs something at 8 o'clock?
I'm like, first of all, I think of everything at 8 o'clock at night. So like
that's what your notes app is for.
I just like to.
But I'm also a morning bird. Like, I mean,
I'm not.
There's been times I've literally emailed Jason at like 6 a.m. and he's called me and he's like, what are you doing emailing me at 6 a.m.? I'm like, I woke up feeling a little anxious about this deal. But yeah, I'm not a night person when it comes to work at all. Like, I will totally turn it off.
This will be interesting to see when you're a mommy.
Yeah, when I'm a mom, I have a feeling.
Because I will tell you, like, fudge, that's difficult.
I've already like made peace with like, okay, maybe I'm gonna do half the business that I do now when I'm a mom.
No, she's not.
I'm putting the bar low because I don't know what there is to expect.
I don't know what she's talking about. She's gonna be. I mean, I will say, I think
I'm good at time management though.
The first year I had Callum, I think like literally that delivery year, I might have been down from the previous year.
To be expected.
Then I came back with a vengeance.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's just so weird to think about because like I feel like I set boundaries now that I'm like, oh man, when I have a kid. But I also at the same time,
your time is so much more important,
right?
Because if somebody's taking me away from my children, like ooh, and you're evil. And again, I like this whole like not all business is good business thing. Like I want to say
tell your story about your people really quick.
I have the highest freaking threshold for crazy. Like I really do.
We don't get offended by anything.
I have the thickest skin. I'm basically like Teflon. And it's funny because I've said this like 6 million times, but my friends are always like, sometimes people get embarrassed because they're like, oh, my husband's a little crazy or he's aggressive or whatever. And I'm like, there is virtually nothing your husband could do that would put me off in comparison to some of the legit lunatics that I've dealt with. And this is I feel like this podcast I could have a subset to go into details of this deal that we don't have time. But
let's talk about let's talk about actually like what are the qualities or characteristics of a client that is bad business? Let's talk about that.
Well, I mean, there's some that
we talk about
difficult, but there's some that literally don't deserve to be talked to.
Yeah, like when they talk down to you, or if they even give me the slightest feeling of like, you should be happy that you're my realtor. It's like, no, you should. Bye. Because there's a reason that 20% of realtors do, what is it? How much of the business?
Well, the statistic used to be, I'm sure it's higher now, but 80% of the business was done by 20% of the realtors.
Yeah. Like I spend day in and day out talking to multiple realtors, and it does nothing but reassure me more that I am really good at my job.
I know, it's crazy.
And so when
I literally joked yesterday in a meeting I had, I was like, my business attracts crazy people.
See, I don't believe that. I think you have a lot of clients. Like
no,
nice clients.
No, not me. I'm saying
real estate
realtors attracts crazy people.
Oh, yes.
Because they think
they have a very small idea of what a realtor is. I just said to a client the other day, she was talking me down about my commission. And I said, look, I know I'm not the cheapest. I mean, I'm probably not the most expensive. I know I'm not the cheapest, but you get what you pay for, and there's a reason why 20% of the realtors do 80% of the business, and our field is so highly saturated with realtors who have no idea what they're doing, and that's where you're gonna
good sales pitch.
Well, that's where you're gonna find your discounted rate, and I literally told her that because she's a little bit fiery.
Can we literally? I want to record this and like wait, we are recording it.
But like, I mean, that was my response. Like, again, like I'm not the cheapest, but I'm not the most expensive. I don't know. I feel like I'm very confident in what I do, and again, my communication with different realtors that are from all kinds, all different areas on a day-to-day basis just honestly reassures that. And okay. I'm confident in that.
Dude,
is that too much to say?
No, I liked it. Is that the wine or is that your
I mean, it might be the wine, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to be on one tonight. Who knows?
I like it. I like it. You're not a big cocktail person anyway.
No, I'm not a drinker.
Just so you guys know, we literally had one glass. So,
yeah.
And it's in a champagne glass.
It's in a champagne glass.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not a big drinker at all, so that means my tolerance is probably low. I feel like my mental capacity can't afford to drink because I can't afford a day where I feel like crap the next day.
I always tell my friends this.
I love feeling drunk.
It's
just not worth it.
I turn it up maybe once a quarter, if that.
I drink twice a year.
And it's because, I will say, it's because our brains have to be functioning at like its highest capacity from morning until our eyes close at night. And it is no fun to get a text, a detailed negotiation, something that requires a lot of brain exercise and to have a buzz. It kills your buzz.
Gosh,
it's
totally.
not fun. It's just like, no, I'd rather just be sober.
I know, 100%. And that's why I like almost planned my drinking. So I don't have a kitchen right now. So I went to my mom's this morning after the gym and she made me 2 eggs and she's big into carnivore and everything. So she made me 2 eggs and half of a steak. I'm like, perfect. This will be a great base. Drank water all day, had a banana.
Oh my gosh, she's really prepared.
And then, cause I knew I was going to have a little bit to drink tonight. And I'm like, I know that I'm going to stop drinking probably at like 8. And then that way I'll hydrate and I'll wake up feeling not so bad. That's my plan.
Okay, I love it. I don't prepare that much, but I am a millennial. We come from the binge day.
Wait, what does Niall go by when he has too much to drink? Betty? Blackout Betty? Is that what you called him last week?
I say blacked out Barbara.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry. My bad.
Get it right. Oh my God. Also, okay, first of all, sorry, we got really off topic.
Track.
The point is have the power to say no. Say no, protect yourself, protect your mental state. You only have one life to live.
Don't let clients boss you around. Don't let them bully you. At the same time, though, in the same breath, bust your ass for them. Be a good agent. Yes. And if you know,
and I mean, I'm generally talking about evil people. Like I'm talking about people that are degrading, name calling, like evil type people is what I'm referring to. But anyway,
it's okay to say no.
It's okay to say no because also freeing your time up for somebody that is worthy is an amazing positive thing. Like I tell you, I dropped those people and it's like these really nice people came and it's funny. It was like God did something because the evil guy that came in and I mean, you guys, I'm not joking around. Like another realtor called me to warn me about him. This is how bad. And anyway, they found me on Instagram.
I remember she had them on speakerphone in the office and I was like biting my tongue. I'm like,
psycho.
I was so annoyed.
He's psycho. And then it was funny because they found me on Instagram. Rarely do I get a complete stranger from Instagram. That's just like we're big referral people. Then in walks.
It's always the strangers.
In walks the nicest, kindest client who found me on Instagram.
Wow.
That live out of state. And I was like, okay. See, I shut that door on that evil guy and in walked the
Sometimes
nice
they're wearing a mask though. Sometimes they're the sweetest pie, and then all of a sudden,
she's freaking me out. No, we're gonna close this and be fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, but yeah, moral of the story: it's okay to say no. Obviously, you have to be a good agent and still try your hardest for them. And if you know wholeheartedly that you're doing everything you can and you're busting your ass for them, and they're still a-holes, then yeah, toodaloo. Send them to one of those cheap agents that do nothing of the business.
Well, then they'll just get abused and end up quitting.
Well, and then it'll take twice as long for them to find what they're looking for. So
what I was gonna say was I was talking to Niall last night and I was like, I should have Niall on the podcast 100%. We have to make him because wouldn't it be funny to interview him what it's like to be married to a realtor?
Yeah, we should have Niall and Corey on
here. It would be freaking hysterical.
It would be everything we have to pause the show. I'm like, I gotta call. I gotta take this. Or I'm like, oh shoot, I've been waiting to hear back from this agent. Or like to the point where like, I mean, I told him about this dinner today. I'm like, sorry, I forgot I got a dinner in the city tonight.
See, I know they hate because
but he's so like Niall's the same way too. Corey and Niall are very similar in the sense they're very flexible. They're very like resilient also, and they'll just figure it out.
Yeah, I know. We picked good.
Well, yeah, because we have jobs that are constantly on the go. We can't have a man relying on us when we can't even figure it out ourselves.
No, we didn't. Okay,
they need to be self-sufficient.
We better go. It's 5:29. They're probably wondering where we are.
We gotta go. All right, bye guys.
Toodaloos. That's a wrap on Realtor Therapy with Steph and Kel.
If you loved what you heard, subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on social media.
Got a wild real estate story or a topic idea?
Drop it anonymously in the form in our show notes. We'd love to hear from you.
Until next time, keep hustling, stay sane, and remember,
we're all in this together.